Hello everyone. Now let us continue and bring this chapter to an end. That is civics chapter number 6, political parties. We have come to the last part of this chapter. A political party system evolves over a long time depending on the nature of society, its social and regional divisions, history of policies and elections. So the maturity of any political party depends on its nature of society, its social and regional divisions, history of politics and elections. India is a federal democracy with two kinds of political parties. In India, we have two kinds of political parties. Some parties are present only in one of the federal units, while the others are present in more than one or all units of the federation. As you can see in the images, the first image, India has two types of political parties. One is regional party and the other is a national party. Okay. Now let us study national parties in detail. In India, we name national parties throughout the country which operate in different states. So these are the national parties like BJP and INC, CPI, BSP, NCP, CPIM. These are the national parties which operate throughout the country in different states. These parties mostly follow policies that are decided at the national level. They enjoy special facilities and are given exclusive symbols which can be used by their candidates, such as BJP has got the lotus, INC has got the tricolor hand and palm. Then CPI has got the axe and the hammer. What is that? The tool? I don't know. BSP has got the elephant in blue color. National Congress Party has got the watch with tricolor and so on. Regardless of the status, all parties have to register with the Election Commission. You have to register. If any party has to be get the national recognition, that party has to register itself into Election Commission. Once the Election Commission recognizes these parties, they are known as recognized political parties, unless and until you have only the label of national party. But when you get the recognition from Election Commission, your party would be known as recognized political party. So all these parties which we know till now, INC, BJP, BSP and so on, these all parties are recognized political parties because they have registered themselves in the Election Commission. A party that secures at least 6% of the total votes in the Lok Sabha elections or 4 seats in the Lok Sabha is recognized as a national party. When your party will get the label of national party, when it secures at least 6% of the total votes in the Lok Sabha, or your party secures 4 seats in the Lok Sabha, then and then only your party would get the title of national party. As per the classification of the Election Commission in 2006, there are 6 national parties in India. So according to Election Commission's classification done in 2006, there are 6 national parties in India: INC, BJP, BSP, NCP, CPI and CPIM. But there's a fact that did you know a 7th party known as Rashtriya Janata Dal, that is RJD, was added later to this list. So for now we have 7 national parties according to Election Commission. Now let us study these parties in detail. Indian National Congress, that is Congress Party. The Indian National Congress, or INC, also known as the Congress Party, was one of the earliest parties. What I should say is one of the earliest parties founded in 1885. This is very old party which was founded when the Britishers were ruling us. The main aim is secularism and welfare of the weaker sections of the society. So what is the aim of this party? Secularism means all religions have equal rights, and the other is to do the welfare things for the weaker sections of the society. These are the aims of this party. It has emerged as the largest party with 206 members in 2006 Lok Sabha elections. The INC, Indian National Congress, currently leads the ruling United Progress Alliance or the UPA coalition with Sonia Gandhi as the party leader since 1998. So who is the party leader of INC, Indian National Congress? Sonia Gandhi is the leader since 1998, and this party has formed the alliance with the UPA or United Progress Alliance. Okay, the slide is not moving. Yes, now the another party, the other national party is Bharatiya Janata Party or BJP. It was founded in 1980 and is a direct successor of Bharatiya Janata Sangh. Direct successor of means after Bharatiya Janata Sangh, this party has taken a birth in 1980 and has been given the name Bharatiya Janata Party. Its main aim is cultural nationalism and the establishment of uniform civil code in the country. What is the main aim of this party? Cultural nationalism and establishment of civil code. Also, the BJP wants a complete territorial and political amalgamation of Jammu and Kashmir, which BJP has achieved its aim after coming to the power. We have got the political amalgamation of Jammu and Kashmir by removing Act 370. If you remember, last year they had done, and amendments have been made in the constitution by removing the Act of 370. In 1999, the BJP-led NDA won 303 seats, with the BJP alone winning at all-time high 183 seats. However, it lost the election in 2004. Presently, it is the major opposition party in the Lok Sabha with Mr. Rajnath Singh as the party leader since 2006. Let me tell you one thing. Right now, the ruling party in the Lok Sabha is BJP, not INC. INC was the ruling party, but now INC is the opposition party and BJP is the ruling party. Okay, now next party of national among the national parties is Bahujan Samaj Party or BSP. Its main aim is to represent and secure power for the Bahujan Samaj, which includes Dalits, Adivasis, OBCs and other religious minorities. For whom this party works? This party works for the welfare of Dalits, Adivasis, OBCs and other religious minorities. So this is the main aim of that party. It was formed in 1984 under the leadership of Mr. Kashiram. So Mr. Kashiram was the leader of this party. Was the leader. Now he is not. It was formed under his leadership in 1984. The main base of this party is in Uttar Pradesh and the neighboring states. The BSP secured 19 seats for Lok Sabha elections and has Mayawati as a party leader since 2003. Since 2003, Mayawati ji is the party leader of BSP, and at that time, this party has secured 19 seats for Lok Sabha elections. Next party is the Communist Party of India, Marxist or CPTM. It is another national party that was founded in 1964. Its main aim is to support socialism and democracy and oppose imperialism and the communalism. What is the main aim of CPTM is, oh, I'm so sorry, it is CPIM. It's not CPTM, it is CPIM. The main aim is to support socialism and democracy and to oppose imperialism and communalism. The CPIM has a strong presence in the states of Kerala, West Bengal and Tripura and has been empowered in Bengal continuously for the last 30 years. Mr. Prakash Karat is leading the CPIM since 2005. The CPIM won 43 seats in 2004 elections and supported the UPA coalition in forming the government. However, they withdrew the support in 2008 over the government's decision to go ahead with the Indo-US nuclear deal. Okay, so this party is led by Mr. Prakash Karat since 2005, and this party has won 43 seats in the 2004 elections, and it also supported the UPA coalition UPA coalition to support the INC government. But since this UPA coalition went to support in 2008, the so when this UPA went ahead and supported the Indo, or it demanded, or the decision was being taken by the UPA coalition to demand for the Indo-US nuclear deal. At that time, this party withdrew its support from the UPA. Now the next party is the Communist Party of India, CPI, which is the another national political party founded in 1925 and has a strong hold in Kerala. It is a strong opponent of secessionism. Okay, it is a strong opponent of secessionism and communalism and accepts parliamentary democracy. Secessionism, what is secessionism? Secessionism is the act of withdrawing from an organization, union, or a political identity. So it is a strong opponent of secessionism. Mr. A.B. Bardhan had been the party leader since 2001. The CPI secured 10 seats in the Lok Sabha elections in 2004. The sixth and the last party, no, not the last party, the sixth party is the NCP, that is National Congress Party, formed in 1999 after splitting from the Congress. That means INC, after splitting from INC, Indian National Congress. So this party has taken birth from Indian National Congress. It has a strong base in Maharashtra, Meghalaya, Manipur, and Assam. Its main aim is democracy. It follows Gandhian secularism, equity, social justice, and federalism. The NCP became a member of the UPA after having secured 9 seats in the Lok Sabha elections of 1999, the same year it was formed. The party leader is Mr. Sharad Pawar. Now, the last party, the latest addition to the list of recognized national parties is the Rashtriya Janata Dal, that is RJD, formed under the leadership of Lalu Prasad Yadav. Okay, a party that secures at least 6% of the total votes. Till here we have studied about the national parties. Now let us study about the regional parties. A party that secures at least 6% of the total votes in the legislative assembly of a state or wins 2 seats is recognized as a regional party. So when a party gets a label of regional party, when a party secures at least 6% of the total votes in the legislative assembly of a state or wins 2 seats, is recognized as a regional party. Over the last decade, the number and strength of state parties is increased and made the parliament more diverse, as no single party has been able to win a majority. The national parties are dependent on the state parties to form alliance. So national parties are always dependent on regional parties to form alliance. The AIADMK, now whatever names I am taking, those are the regional examples of regional parties in India. The AIADMK means All India Anna Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam. Okay, this is one party. The Shiromani Akali Dal, this is another. The Telugu Desam Party, third one. And the Shiv Sena are some of the popular regional parties. So these are the names of regional parties, and please don't forget that national parties are always dependent on regional parties to form alliance. So regional parties, they play an important role in the government of democratic country. So now we have come to an end of this chapter, political parties. I hope you have understood and enjoyed too. Okay, so please watch these videos again and again until you understand the concepts, you get the concepts clear. Mark the important points in the textbook and as well as in the refresher. Learn the question answers and don't forget to leave the comment in the comment box. Until then, bye.